It's 2026 and you still need more millions before GTA 6 comes out. I'm gonna show you how to get a garage like this and buy yourself a mansion with the Cayo Perico Heist. All you have to do is subscribe and follow every step I'm gonna show you in this video. Okay, let's get started. First up, you need to buy a Kosatka, and please add the speedo with it because it's gonna make everything so much easier. Okay, when you're in your Kosatka, you need to pay for the heist. Once you've done this, then you can start your preps. First, we have to gather the intel because we are gonna need our primary target and the secondary loot. I will show you on the screen what everything is worth with the normal mode and in hard mode. Please note that if you never get a Panther statue, it probably will be because Rockstar is only adding this in special occasions. Also note that for gold, you're gonna need at least 2 players because you can only get the gold secondary target in the mansion. Because this is a solo guide, we're not gonna need the gold. Head over to your control seat and fast travel to the waypoint. This is gonna save so much time instead of traveling to the north of the map. Once you're at the checkpoint, head over with your speedo, park it on the beach, take out the enemies, and then get in the Vellum. Just note that this is gonna be the longest part of this whole heist because you have to fly all the way back to the south of the map and this Vellum is literally so slow. Once you finally made it over to the island after literally 10 business days with this Vellum, follow my route that I take to scope out the secondary targets. First we head over to the hangar to scope out some secondary targets. We have targets at the main floor, and when you get up the ladder on the side, you can scope out the other ones on top. When you take pictures of the targets, it's gonna request to send the photos to Pavel and just send them over to Pavel so they show up on your minimap. Once you're done in the hangar, follow my route that I take for some more secondary targets. These 2 spots you need because sometimes one of the spots is not enough or you have better targets in the other location. Now for the harder part. Follow the route I'm taking with this motorbike to get to the communication tower. Once we're here, park your bike and we have to go on foot. Watch out for the guard on the left because sometimes when he switches positions, he can spot you where you're standing. The same goes for the guard on your right over here. This guard is looking out over this field, so don't rush through it because he will spot you. Wait for him to look the other way and then you can go. Once you've done all of this, you can just walk to the communication tower without getting spotted anymore. Okay, we are at the tower. Now locate that damn box and start hacking it. Of course, mine was all the way at the top, but every time the location changes, so don't immediately go to the top because it can be in a different location. When you open the hack, you will see numbers on the left and symbols on the right. 1 stands for ×1, 1 stands for ×2, and 1 stands for ×10. I will show you on the video which symbol stands for what, and we actually have to add up all the numbers to get your target number. When you're finally done with this math test in GTA, you can scope out the basement and get your primary target. After that, you can get spotted or jump off the tower to get back to the airport. Then turn around, go to the plane and head back to the city, and your first step is completed of the Cayo Perico Heist. Once you're back in the city, join an invite-only session to do the next preps. We're doing an invite-only session so you don't get griefed by those annoying mosquitoes flying around your session and just blowing you up. Let me show you what you need. For the approach vehicle, we're gonna need the long fin. With the equipment, we only skip the demolition charges because we don't need that. For the weapons, you are gonna need suppressors and a longer range gun. And then this crap we just completely skip because you don't need this. Let's start the vehicle prep. Get into your Sparrow and head over to the waypoint. Once you're at the waypoint, now you will see 3 trucks showing on your map. One on the map is the Phantom Wedge and the other 2 are normal Phantoms. For the love of God, just go to the Phantom Wedge and get that one. Even though if it's further away from your waypoint, just get that one. Once you're there, take out the enemies, get in the Phantom Wedge, and then get back to the trailer. When you're at the police station, get the trailer, and then I'm gonna show you a place where you have to go on the map. This is gonna be the same spot every time. Just drive there, don't care about the cops. Once you're there, get out of your truck and then let the cops shoot you and respawn. Once you respawn, you don't have any wanted level anymore, you can get into the Phantom and you're right in front of the checkpoint where you have to be. Same story goes here. If you want to fly to your Kozatska, you can, or just join a new session but set your preference on Kozatska so you spawn in it. Back in your Kozatka, start the prep for the plasma cutter. Repeat the same thing, get in your Sparrow, fly to the waypoint, and when you're at the waypoint, get into the safe house, immediately pull your phone out and snap a picture, send it to Pavel and head back out of the safe house. You don't need to search around for the planning board, just do this. Now make your way over to the next waypoint. Take out the enemies and bring back the plasma cutter to your Kozatka. And that's already another prep done. Up next we're gonna do the fingerprint scanner. Repeat the same thing, Sparrow, waypoint, you get what I mean, just fly there. When you're at the warehouse, take out the people in it, hack the laptop and it's gonna show you a new waypoint to get to the archive. When you're at the archive, just go inside, go in first person so you walk that tiny bit quicker, make your way over to the last 2 tables. The fingerprint scanner is always located at the last 2 tables. Make your way back to the Kozatka and here we go, another prep done. Now we have to do the cutting torch. Repeat the same thing, Sparrow, fly, waypoint, yeah, you get it. When you're at the waypoint, look for the hard hat. This will make you invisible for the guards and will make it way easier instead of taking them out. Look for the boxes for the torch. When you have the torch, head back to your Kozatska and we're almost done with the preps. Okay, last stop before the final, we just have to get the weapons. I always take the marksman with the AK for long range. And please, don't forget to buy the suppressors because we're gonna need that in the final. Okay. When you get the Merryweather prep, join a new session, because this prep will take way too long. You have to follow a helicopter that is slower than the Vellum from our first gather mission, and it's gonna take you to the north of the map. When you're done with that, you have to make your way all the way back to your Kozatka, and that is just taking way too long. Of course I get this mission twice in a row. Really, sometimes I hate this game. But anyway, we move on. When you finally get another mission, instead of that Meriwether mission, we're gonna repeat the same thing. Sparrow, fly, waypoint. You get what I mean. Land on the roof. When you get in the building, just take out the enemies. Please watch out if you're using bombs or anything. The floor can catch fire. If you go back to the elevators, that's another floor, I guess. It doesn't catch fire, but just wait for the apartment to burn down and then get in. Make your way over to the locker, hack the laptop, get the weapons, and then we go back to the Kozatska, and that's all. All the preps you're gonna need for the final. Okay, let's set up the final. Follow the instructions that I show you in this video to get it all set up. Now let's start. When you spawn at the island, make your way over to the airstrip first. Park your long fin like how I do, so when you're done here, you can immediately get away, instead of turning your long fin around and taking extra time. Now wait with taking out the camera or the guard over here, because otherwise they're gonna alert each other. Wait for them to get a tiny bit of space, like I do, and then first take out the camera, then take out the guard. Follow the same route I take to get your first secondary loot. When you get on top of the building, take out the guard and take out the camera so you don't get spotted while looting your secondary loot. When you got this loot, now we're gonna head over to the hangar to fill up our bags so we get full bags. When you're at the hangar, please watch out for this guard. Go around it so you don't get spotted. He doesn't hear you, so you can just sprint behind him. First I'm gonna show you how to get the loot at the bottom, and then I'm gonna show you how to get the loot at the top. For me, my bag was already full, so I don't need the top, but I'm still gonna show you. You need the forklift, get the box, so you can make your own stairs, climb up, and then you can also climb down. Now that we are done here, we can finally go back to the long fin. Please watch out when getting out of the hangar. The guard is still walking there, so wait for the guard to pass, and then you can run behind it. Because we parked our long fin like this, we can immediately go. Now head over to the mansion and we're gonna need to go through the drainage tunnel. When you get into the water, don't forget to equip your rebreather, because you're not gonna make it otherwise. You're gonna drown and you have to start the whole final again. Okay, when you spawn into the mansion, follow the same route that I'm taking. For this one, please watch out at the corner and make sure that you're standing in the corner. Climb on the side and then climb onto the roof so you can skip all the guards. Please only watch out for this guard that is walking here, because he can spot you if you make it to the other side. Take out these guards that I'm also taking out because there's a chance that they drop the key and you don't have to make your way all the way up. I got the key from the last guard, so I didn't need it anymore. Make sure to check the safe because there's also some extra cash. Now we head over to the elevator. Okay, for this hack I'm gonna show you how to do it. So here are 8 spots for the fingerprints. The top spot is number 1 and the bottom is number 8. Just align the parts of the fingerprint with the number that it's corresponding with. Once you have done this, you can submit it and move on to the next fingerprint. Once in the basement, make your way over to the vault and there is your primary loot. When using the plasma cutter, just make it all the way to red, almost to the end, and then let it go completely off it. Repeat this a couple times, this is the quickest way to get through it. Now when you have your primary target, make your way back like how you entered, follow the same route I'm taking. When you're out of the mansion, just do the same that I do, head over to this guard, take him out, get his motorbike and get as quick to the sea as possible. I always love taking this route because I don't see any guards when I'm going there. Okay, when you're in the water, just stay as close to the bottom as possible and try to swim away. Once the game recognizes that you're swimming away, a body will be found. Please don't panic. This always happens, and just keep swimming and stay as close to the bottom as possible. There's almost no chance that you will get shot. Sometimes the boss gets a lucky hit, but it's maybe 5k that goes off your final cut. Anyway, keep swimming until the game notices that you are away from the island, and that's it! That's how you do the Cayo Perico Heist in 2026 and make yourself some more than $1 million. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like, leave a comment with your quickest time that you have ever finished this heist, and also leave some tips if it can be even quicker like how I showed you in the video. Anyway, that's it. See you in the next video.